All right, Jolene says, hey, Beau, can you tell me the advantages of USDA versus SBA loans? I am looking at purchasing a hotel in a small town, which gets a lot of tourists. It also includes a convenience store and gas station. Purchase price is $12 million. Just wondering what the differences would be between the two options.
All right, so purchase price is $12 million. So we already know an SBA 504 would be the only option because 7A, you're limited to $5 million in SBA proceeds. So it could be potentially a 504 deal. And so the difference here, this is a convenience store and gas station. So I think you could look at it potentially as an SBA 504 or USDA. So the amortization on the second piece of the SBA 504 is only amortized over 25 years. And some USDA loans can be amortized over 30 years. So that's one advantage. USDA also does loans up to about 25 million. So that's another, and they'll do a fixed rate on the, up to a 5-year fix on the debt. So this would be a tough call. Like USDA, in theory, SBA 504 could do 90% of total costs, and USDA is usually at about 80%. So it's going to kind of depend on a bunch of factors. Now, what I will say, and it doesn't say if it's a flagged hotel, but it's probably not. Maybe it is a flagged hotel, depending if it's a flagged hotel or a boutique. Meaning, a flag hotel means it's like a named franchise, right? So if it's not, that's going to make it a lot more challenging with the SBA 504. But I think we could look at both options, and I would look at both options. A lot of the lenders we work with, our lending partners, they also do USDA and SBA together because they're government kind of guaranteed type of programs. So the key, though, is that a lot of going back to everything is there's certain banks and certain lending institutions that will lend on hotels, and about 80% of them won't lend on hotels. So it's finding the right bank that likes that asset class. But yeah, we can look at it both ways, and I encourage it. We kind of compare apples to apples and say what really makes the most sense depending on how much equity you're bringing in and what you like the deal to actually end up looking like. But yes, the 504 or USDA is going to be varied. So last thing I'll add is on a 504, there's two loans. There's the second loan, which is the SBA piece, which is 40% of the total project cost. And then there's the bank piece, right? The bank piece is 50% of the project. So that gives you up to 90% of the acquisition of this existing hotel and convenience store. So the second is a 25-year term, and the senior debt is usually 25 to 30, depending on the bank. Each bank's different. I know some banks that do 20-year terms, some do 25-year amortization, and some will do up to 30 or 31 years. So that's also a big consideration, because when we're looking at your monthly debt costs and what the cash flow is going to look like, sometimes it's better to do a 30-year AM. So these are all factors we have to play with when we're crunching the debt coverage ratios and all that stuff. What will make the best deal for not only you, but what will the bank say yes to and what they won't say yes to. But anyway, Jolene, happy to discuss this in detail. Book a call below, and thanks for the question.